Hello everyone. I hope you guys are safe and taking care of yourselves. In today's video, we're going to talk about writers of different languages. As we all know, words hold a great power. Hence, the significance of reading and writing is inexplicable. So, let's talk about writers from different parts of the world and how their writings have become immortal. First one is Homer, the greatest epic poet of ancient Greece. He wrote two poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, in 750 BCE. He told stories that were written down 400 years later. The Iliad is about the final year of war between the Greeks and the Trojans outside the walls of Troy, and the Odyssey is about the 10-year-old wandering journey of Odysseus in an attempt to return to his home with his men. The next one is Joost Vondel, who was a Dutch poet and a playwright of the 17th century. His most well-known play, Gijsbrecht van Amstel, was performed from 1638 to 1968 in Amsterdam. His epic, written on the life of John the Baptist, has been recognized as the greatest Dutch epic. Next is Victor Hugo, who was a French poet and a writer of 19th century. He has written two great poems. First, Notre Dame de Paris, which is popularly known as The Hunchback of Notre Dame. He has also written Les Miserables. Victor Hugo has produced over 4,000 drawings in his lifetime, and he has been honored with his portrait on the French currency. The fourth greatest writer is Johann, who was the greatest German literary figure of the modern era. He wrote 4 novels, poetry, non-fiction and scientific essays. His first work was written in 1774, known as The Sorrows of Young Werther. The last but not the least is William Shakespeare, who was the greatest writer of English language. William Shakespeare was a poet, playwright and also an actor. He is known as England's national poet and bard of Avon. His work has been translated into more than 60 languages. So, in the first section of the video, we have talked about the greatest writers from different languages. Let's move on to the next section. Let's talk about figures of speech that makes the poem more readable and more attractive. We'll start from a simple one, that is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of sounds in the neighboring words in a sentence. For example, sweets